Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we got some great news. Divi have just released 16 blog loops for Divi 5. It's a free download. I'll put this URL down below the video here. We're going to show you where to download them, how to import them. And I've put two into a page and slightly customized them for my own needs here. Here's blog number 4. If I go up to the top, it's pretty good looking, and all I did was load that in there. I had to tweak it slightly to fit my content a little bit more, and I'll show you how to do that and add some links at the bottom here. And number 8 here as well, really didn't have to do too much of this. A little bit of styling to make it fit in with my dark sort of theme that I've got going on here. Apart from that, very simple, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So let's get started. First thing we're going to want to do is download the files. So once you get to this page, roll on down. There's a table of contents here. We can preview the files. Just click on that. And there's a list of the files here. I'm going to be using number 4. I think I used this one today. And I think it was number 8. Yeah, this one right here. And I just kind of styled it my own way. So if we go back up to our little menu up here at the top, you can hit a little button that says Downloads, 16 blog loads. And it'll take you right here. You may have to put in your email address. There's no credit card needed or anything like that. And of course, if you're signed into your account, you won't need to put in an email. Hit the download files button. It'll download to your default location. And once it actually downloads, it's going to download as a zip file. So it's going to look a bit like this, depending on your version of zip. I'm going to extract my files here. Right click, extract here. It's actually going to give us 2 folders, default, which will take on the colors and themes of your global colors for your site, or pre-styled, which will load them with their own colors. I'm going to use the pre-styled for mine today. So if we go in there, it's going to give us a whole bunch of JSON files, and we've got the various different layouts here, 1 to 16. One on the bottom, if you want to import all of them, you use this one. It'll put them all in there for you. I'm going to do individuals with mine today. So let's go back to my site here. Now, I'm sure everybody realizes this, but if anybody doesn't, you've got to have some blog posts created before these are going to work. I've got posts created. They've got featured images. They've got titles. They've got content, which is what the blog post will pull in. And they've got various different categories up here. Now, I'm sure everybody realized that, but there's always somebody out there that doesn't. So there you are. Okay, well, let's make this happen. I need to go down to my Divi library. Go down to Divi, roll down to Divi library here. Here's the 2 I pulled in before. Let's trash those and we'll redo them. Okay, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to hit import and export. We'll go down here. I'm going to hit the import tab. Where it says no file selected here, I'm going to go to the files that I've got over here. Now let's grab Prax blog loop number 4. And all I'm going to do is left click. I'm going to drag it. I'm going to drop it where it says file selected or no file selected. There it is. If you want to, you can hit the choose file and just browse to your downloads and do it that way. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to hit the import presets button. I'm going to hit the blue import Divi builder layouts. And there we have it. That was pretty quick. And there it is right there. While we're here, we may as well import the other one. We're going to use number 8. So let's go to import. No file selected. Just go to our little files here. Number 8 or whichever one you want. Left click, drag it over, drop it where it says no file selected. Hit the import Divi builder layout. Fantastic. Well, now they're in our library. Let's go ahead and create some new pages. I don't need these anymore. So let's add a new page. And we'll give it a name. We'll say blog 4, just so I know what it is. Of course, we're going to use the Divi builder. I'm going to go ahead and say choose a pre-made layout. Takes us to the pre-made layouts for Divi 5 here. I want to go to your saved layouts, which is our library. And here's number 8 and number 4. We're going to use number 4 first. Let's go ahead and use this layout. Perfect. And there it is. It's thrown it in there. It's looking pretty good. It's got all their styling. Obviously, we need to make this our own. It's pulled in from my blog posts here. If we go into perhaps the row, looks like this is the column they're working on here. There's the loop, there's the post. You can select the categories you want here, or if you want different things rather than posts, you can add pages, media, projects. Or if you've got WooCommerce installed, you can add products too. You can select your category types here. Supercars will work for me. It's pretty much not going to change much there because that's all I've got. You can exclude posts and things like that here. The number you actually want to show, we've got 6 showing at the moment. Let's up that to 9 perhaps. I think I've got 9 blog posts in that particular category. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. Great. Well, that works fine. I like the styling and everything. Of course, I pulled this one in because I like the styling, so we're not going to change the styling too much on this one. Problem that I see, well, it's not really a problem, is that there's slightly different heights because of the different amount of contents in there. So to address this, what I can do is actually go into one of our modules here to group settings. I can give it a fixed height. It doesn't matter which one you go into. Design, sizing. Let's try about 500 pixels. So if we roll down to height, or minimum height at least, 500. And you can adjust this for tablet and mobile too if you want to. That's leveled them up at the bottom there. I mean, that works for me. Some OCD people might not like it because it's got the titles out of alignment there, but that's actually going to work for me. And of course, any of these, just click on any of these columns here and you can change the styling and position of these just by clicking on it. That read more button by default is going to go to the blog post itself, so that's absolutely perfect. If you want to make it your own, if the color scheme doesn't quite fit, very easy to do as well. I'm going to go in, let's just change the background on the section here we're in. It's got that default very dark blue. Let's just copy that color, it's 640. Let's add perhaps a gradient instead. And we'll leave the light blue at the top and we'll put that dark blue on the bottom perhaps. Great. Fantastic. And if we look down here, we've got a subscribe to our newsletter. You're going to need to put your details in there and hook it up to your MailChimp or Constant Contact, whatever you're using today. Go in there under email account, choose user provider and select your list. You'll have to put an API key in there. And if you wanted to customize this, make it a little more interesting, again, if we go into the row, there's that simple background on there. It's a simple color. That's fine. Let's just throw an image behind that also. Throw in whatever you want in there. I'm actually going to go down. I'm going to blend it with the color they've got there. For me today, I'm going to use screen and it'll just give a little hint of that car in the background there. I don't know if you can see it. That's great. But play with these because you can get some fantastic things going. Luminosity and saturation, things like that. Screen's going to work for me today, but I want to see just a little bit more of that car. So what we can do is go back to the color itself. Just click on it and play with the opacity. Further to the left you take it, the more of that car you're going to see. And I just want a little hint there. I think that's perfect. Great. Down below that, we've got follow us on our socials. Obviously, you want to go in there. You want to put your links to your socials here by clicking on any of them. Just going to the link it to your social media page. Do the same things for here. If you want to add new ones, just hit add. Choose your network and put in your URL, etc. Don't really need that one. Obviously, you want to put in your own address and telephone number here. This is a simple text field, and they've got a link with the email address there. And it's a mail to, which means it'll open their default email client when they click on it. Obviously, you want to put your email address there. Okay. Now over here, we've got some links. I just click on this. They're just regular links. You can either select them, link them to your home and about pages, wherever you want to put stuff. I'm actually not going to use that. I'm going to loop our little modules right here. I'm going to use some dynamic links to take us to the pages that we want to take our people. So just down below, I'm going to go to loop. I'm going to hit loop element. I don't want posts. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to left click. I want pages. And I want to select the specific pages I want. Only include specific posts. So let's go with home, about, services, pricing, and contact. Now we've added those, we want to go back to the text. We can go over to the body right here, to dynamic content, loop post title. And we've got our own home, about, pricing, services, and contact. They're a little far apart from me. So if we go into the row and column number 1 that they're sitting in there, we can go to design and layout. Here's the vertical gap. Take that down to maybe 5 pixels and squash them right up. Yeah, let's make that 10 perhaps, maybe too close. Obviously, make it your own how you want it. And of course, if you want to, you can go into any of these columns and realign. If you want this on the left, perhaps you can put it at the start. If you want it on the right, you can put it at the end there. I'm happy for it to be in the middle. Same, obviously, with all these columns. So if you fill everything right now, obviously you want to change the copyright statement here. They've got the current date there. We can click on that one, hit the variable settings, put in our own info there, copyright and copy, the copyright symbol there, put in our own name, and hit apply when you're ready. And let's just save draft, and we'll preview. And there we have it. Works out very nicely. And of course, if you click on any of these, it's going to take you to the appropriate blog. Perfect. Well, let's try another one. We'll add another new page. And this is blog 8, I think, we're going to use for this one. Again, of course, use the Divi builder. We know it's in our library, so we want to use a pre-made layout. And our saved layouts. Here's number 8. I'm going to use this layout. And again, it's popped it in there. I kind of want to style it to my own needs here. So again, let's make the background our own. I'm going to go in there. Background. Let's throw an image in. I think that's one I used last time. And again, I think I'll mix it with a colored overlay there, and we'll change up our writing style so we can see them a bit more. You know how to do that. Just go grab the color you want. Choose a nice dark blue. We can blend it with that image by going back to the image. Here we go. This time I'm going to use multiply. Perfect. Great. Well, we can't see our writing. That's not going to work. So we need to go into here. Design. Heading text. It's H2. That's fine for me. Change it to a color you can see. And obviously, if you want to change the font style or anything, you can do that right here. Perfect. And I'm not sure I like the white on our images there. I'd like to flip that the other way around. So easiest way of doing this, I think, is just to go into the actual group that it's sitting in here. I'm going to flip the filter and invert it by going over design. It doesn't matter which group you go in on any of these. It'll do all of them. I'm going to go to design. I'm going to go down to my filters. I'm going to go to invert down here. I'm going to pull that all the way out of the way. Should make them dark with light writing. Perfect. That works for me. And we got a couple here that we can't read. Again, we need to go in there. This might be the group. I don't think that's going to work for us yet. We need to go into the dark module for the actual heading module itself. Heading text. Again, we'll just make it a color we can see. And I think we got one more there. Again, design, it's text, so we just need to go into the text. Change it to the color that we want. Perfect. And I think there's one more just right here. There is two. Same thing, design, text, make it the color we want. Great. That all stands out kind of nicely. So we've just got our little one at the bottom here. And again, we'll make it that same dark blue as we used on the background for our section up here. So if I click on the section, let's just copy this color. Right click, copy background color attributes. We'll make it to this section. Background. Right click on the color, paste background color. I want to make it a little bit darker. Let's pull this down to sort of blend in a little bit more with our one above. Something like that. Great. And then we just need to change a couple of things down here. Email opt-in, design, title. Get a color we can see. And also the field's border here and the text in the field itself. In the email opt-in, design, fields, fields border. Get a color we can see again. And also the field's text, which is a little further up. Could have done that one first. Just need to make it a color that we can actually see, would be helpful. Perfect. And you know how to do the menus if you want to. We should be good to go with this one. So let's save our changes here. And we'll preview. And here we have it. Looking good. Perfect. Just the way we wanted. Slight alignment issue here, but I can live with that. We could easily remove the date or the user from this, and that would work that out quite easily. Perfect. So there you have it, guys. There's a couple of little blog templates free from Divi. Really easy to style, as you can see, and make your own. And they're really nice too. And there's 16 of them, and I'll put this link down below the video for you. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.